right into these blueprints. You were telling me about these models, right? But before we do, we're in an Esther season, as many prophets are saying. What is an Esther season?
First and foremost, I think that the Esther movement is all about awakening. And I always tell people, the spirit realm is easy to access. It just depends on the door that you take. And I found out that many times people are hungry for the spiritual, but not necessarily the Spirit of God. And so in all of these movements, so you find out that many people are going to all kinds of things and they're listening to all kinds of doctrines that are opening doors to rebellion and stuff like that. But the true Esther movement is being awakened to God's original purpose and commission that he gave to the woman. And you realize that there is no woman without the man, and it's that simple. And so to be awakened as an Esther doesn't mean you are awakened to some sort of power that you now have over the man. That is not an Esther movement, that's a JEZEBEL movement.
Whoa.
And that's
take your time. Tell us how you really feel. Don't hold back.
Yes, and it's very easy, very, very easy to fall for either, because the thing is, people usually get awakened at the moments of their greatest pain, and pain opens the door, but pain usually wants to journey with you past the door, and it now wants to begin to redefine what you encounter in the room. So it's supposed to open the door to a place where you're praying and you're like, God, there must be more to my life. But then when God begins to show you the more, if you're not careful, the pain can corrupt what it is. So I myself came into a place of awakening.
I've never heard it like that. Pain is supposed to get you to a door, but it's not supposed to get you through a door.
No.
Because it can skew your interpretation of what's on the other side of that door.
Absolutely.
If you allow the pain that got you to it to get you through it.
Exactly.
A lot of people let pain teach them the wrong lessons.
Absolutely.
Especially women, they interpret life through the lens of their pain instead of allowing pain, maybe like Naomi, to get her out of Moab.
Exactly.
Not necessarily into Bethlehem.
Yeah. And not to redefine every person she meets when she gets to Bethlehem by the lens of what she experienced in Moab. And so because many women have gone through pain and even in marriages and stuff like that, and so when the awakening comes and there's this surge of strength from God, if you are not careful, you begin to think that that strength is God's way of avenging whatever your spouse has done to you in the past. And that's not the truth. The strength is supposed to be a strength of revelation that enables you to now wage the necessary warfare, knowing that your husband is not your enemy. Satan is the enemy. So the Esther movement is Esther getting to a place where you recognize that the testimony of being the king's wife is not that you are now the queen, but that you are a deliverer to save the people. So it's an awakening that happens, not because, you're celebrated, but because you are able to keep aside the glory of your newfound fame and actually enter into the place of spiritual enlightenment where you say, God, what is your will in the midst of all of this?
Really,